I think. Hey, family, Smitty Smith, River City Blues Realty. I know y'all have not seen my purty face in quite some time, but tonight is different because we have great news. The real estate market, it is tough. I'm not going to kid you. It's very, very, very tough. However, there's been a seismic change that's going to help level the playing field just a little bit. All right. Not a lot, but family, after 25 years in this crazy business that I love, I'll take whatever I can get. Of course, we're here with Miss Mary White of Town Bank Mortgage. Mary White, how the heck are you?
I'm doing great, Smitty. Thank you for having me on.
No, Mary, thank you for that email you sent out earlier today sharing that there's been some changes to FHA guidelines.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Do you want me
And
to
what,
talk
I'm sorry.
about it?
Go ahead, Mary. And what we're going to do is we're going to do just our quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and we're going to have Mary sharing with us just awesomely great news. So hang in there, family. I promise you this is going to be worth your time.
Call 350-4139. Come get this grant money. It's home purchase time.
Okay, I'm back with Miss Mary White of Town Bank Mortgage. Family, Mary hit me up with an email today. I ran around the house like my hair was on fire because it had to happen. It's past time. Folks were feeling penalized for investing in their future. Folks are feeling penalized for investing in their education. And Mary sent out an email today, folks, that's just great news. And anytime you have any questions throughout this short post, please feel free to share. But what I'd like to do is just invite Mary to share some of the details on the just seismic gigantor news that you sent out today.
Absolutely. We are so excited. As of yesterday, HUD made an announcement regarding what lenders can use in terms of a payment on student loans to qualify buyers for FHA loans. In the past, we have had to generally use 1% of the student loan balance for each student loan as a payment, which can be pretty sizable. If you've got $100,000 in student loan debt, that means $1,000 a month, which is for many people a make or break. But HUD has come out now and said that in a worst case scenario, if there is no student loan payment reflected on the credit report, that we can use 0.5% of the student loan balance. So again, in that scenario, if your balance is $100,000 instead of $1,000 a month, now I only have to count $500 a month. The even better news is that if you are in an income-based payment plan and the student loan creditor, which for most folks is the U.S. Department of Ed, is actually showing that income-based payment on the credit report, we can use the income-based payment to qualify the buyer. So again, if we use that same $100,000 student loan scenario, if a buyer has an income-based payment and that payment is $50 a month, as long as it is showing as $50 a month on the credit report, then I only have to use the $50 to qualify the buyer. So that is just huge. The key is going to be making sure that that payment, the income-based payment, is showing on the credit report. Right now, because of all the student loan forbearance due to COVID, no one is reporting any payments if you're in an income-based payment plan on the credit report. So that's going to be lifted in September, which means hopefully that will start reporting those income-based payments on the actual credit report right then. If not, as buyers, I would encourage you to contact the student loan creditor. And if you're in an active income-based payment plan, you've got to actually be in the plan, not just proposed or estimated. But if you've been approved for the plan, you need to call them and do everything you can to either encourage or force them to make sure that they are reporting that income-based payment on your credit report. Now, all of this takes effect August the 16th, not before, but August the 16th. So if you're out there with a contract, we want to get that contract no sooner than sometime like the first week of August.
So, Mary, thank you for sharing that. So I'm going to repeat what you just said because I'm a realtor and I got to say it in order to hear it. Okay, I heard everything you said, but if I don't say it, then I did not hear it. So, Mary, so for the longest time, folks have been dealing with this imputed 1% of your student loan balance. And we all know that that 1% is always way, way, way higher than the actual student loan payment. And that was minimizing what a lot of folks could buy, if not completely eliminating them from the home purchase process. So the new rules that Mary White shared with me today, family, is that from now on, starting August the 16th, you can use the income-based payment provided that it shows on your credit report. Mary, that's massive news. That's because before you would always have to use the 1% or had to jump through a whole lot of hoops. Now, if there is no student loan being reflected on your credit report, you only have to use 0.5%.
Correct.
Mary, that's going to open up the doors of home ownership for a whole lot of folks.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mary.
Well, can I share an example of what just happened this afternoon? I had an agent ask me to relook at a buyer's pre-qualification. And so I changed out the 1% payment to 0.5% payment, and it increased her purchase price by $50,000.
That's crazy amazing. And that's what needs to happen to give folks the ability, because the real estate train clearly is not slowing down, and any and all grants, down payment assistance. Well, let me stop on that a second. I'm assuming that we can still take advantage of grants and down payment assistance. That is correct, Mary?
Absolutely.
Now, you notice I'm giving you the evil eye, Mary, because you better say yes. Okay. So our clients can still take advantage of grants and down payment assistance and still flow into the new FHA student loan guidelines as of August the 16th, not the 15th, but the 16th.
Yes, correct.
All right. So, Mary, that's good news, and it's still the same down payment requirements. It's still the same interest rate. It's nothing crazy. They didn't kind of lighten up on this requirement, but then tighten up on other requirements. It's still
everything else is the same.
Okay, but just to be clear, so everyone understands, this is for an FHA loan.
That is correct. That is correct.
So again, Mary White, I appreciate your time. Thank you for sending that email out. We're going to do some more posting and letting folks know that this exists. And just want to thank you for taking time out on a Friday to share this with us, Mary. Really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for asking. And just to let you know, Town Bank did have a minimum credit score of 640 on FHA and VHDA and VA, and we now have lowered it back down to a 620. So yay!
Let's talk about that for a moment then. So now we got double the news, okay? So not only did we get a big win on the student loan side of this by reducing that 1% to 0.5%, but even better than that, allowing you to go with the payment on your credit report. But now Town Bank Mortgage is offering a 620 credit score?
Correct.
So can I get a 620 credit score and flowing with the new FHA guidelines?
You can get that and
grants. So we can do a triple play. So let's review this once again, because if I don't say it, I didn't hear it. Okay. Town Bank now offers a 620, where formerly it was a 640 on the FHA. Now you're offering a 620 on FHA and VHDA.
Yes.
Okay. We can flow with the new student loan guidelines as of August the 16th, not the 15th, the 16th, where we can use the student loan payment that's reporting on the credit report so that folks can now take advantage of that income-based student loan payment.
Correct.
And I forgot the third thing. Oh, yeah. And it's been a day, Mary. And we can also take advantage of grants and down payment assistance.
That is correct.
Mary, I'm telling you, that's just phenomenal. If anybody out there, guys, if anyone has a question, please feel free to engage Mary while we have her here today. I mean, this is awesome news. And Mary, you had shared that you had a client and increased her buying power by $50,000.
Yes.
That's crazy good, because in today's real estate market, we need it all to make it happen.
Absolutely.
But sooner or later, family, and I'm gonna say this in front of Mary, who's a consummate professional, who's been in this business for was it, Mary, 50, 60 years?
Oh, yeah, right.
The real estate market, it changes. Just hang in there, family. Don't give up. You got to stay positive. We have some clients that we've been working with Mary for 6 to 8 months. And then we have one client, the first house we show them, they buy, they put under contract. So, your blessing is your blessing. But the point here is that things are beginning to turn that's going to help make home ownership more affordable, whereas before it wasn't.
Correct.
Okay. So again, if before I let you go, I want to give anybody a chance to ask, to type, to share any questions you have while we have Mary. And also let me mention that family, you're invited to, I'm sorry, my dog is underneath my chair. And as soon as like a kid, as soon as you get on the phone, the kids start making noise. As soon as I start doing a post, Chili Dog starts running around my feet. So family, you're invited to attend one of our 100% free Grits and Grants webinars. We actually have one tomorrow morning from 9 to 11, absolutely free. You're invited to attend. We talk about grants and down payment assistance. We talk about grants such as the type that Town Bank Mortgage gives out. I mean, your allotment, you've used your allotment for this year, but generally the first of the year, you always get a new allotment.
Correct, in January.
But you still have the VHDA program that we can take advantage of today. And Mary, tell us about that VHDA. We spoke about FHA in the student loan situation. Tell us about the VHDA incentives that help and make home ownership more affordable or even possible.
Well, VHA has their own grant program that for their VHA FHA loans, you can get a grant of 2.5% that is used towards down payment. There is a 3.5% down payment. So that means you still have to come up with your 1% down payment plus any closing costs unless you're able to negotiate with the seller for them to pay some or all of your closing costs. VHA, though, also has 100% financing programs that if your income either exceeds the income limits for grants, or if you're in a situation where there just aren't enough grants available to really get your cash to close down to a reasonable amount that you can afford, that plus loan with 100% financing is a great option to consider and to help you in terms of what do you have to come up with in terms of cash to close.
Okay. Well, Mary, I'd like to thank you very much for sharing this evening. I said it was only going to be 2 minutes, and of course I lied.
That's okay.
Well, probably close to 15. But Mary, thanks for coming down. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And I look forward to continue to work with you. Where's Mr. Rock at this evening?
He is downstairs preparing to go to a friend's house to do some physical work tomorrow.
Wow. That gives you the daytime to just do more real estate work.
Well, exactly. I've got some folks that I need to get pre-qualified tomorrow.
I'm sure you do. Well, thanks, Mary. I really appreciate you sharing with us.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Mary.
All right. Bye-bye.
Call 350-4139. Come get this grant money. It's home purchase time.
Hey, family, what are y'all still doing here? I'm trying to end this broadcast, but again, folks, for those of you who just popped in, FHA guidelines have changed. They've gotten, oh my God, massively better. It makes home ownership more affordable. We're going to post all of the video we just did online, so you're welcome to come back and watch it anytime. And don't forget, we got our Grits and Grants webinar tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's 100% free. Family, let's fire your landlord.